Our second panelist, a graduate of the University of Texas, and I believe I've seen all of his movies. The funny, the serious, and the cheap thrills.
Cheap thrills.
And I liked them all.
Matthew
McConaughey, make him welcome here. Tell us a little bit about what you do and why.
Well, that'd be my preference, and you'd have my gratitude. Thank you now.
We started the Just Keep Living Foundation, and we picked out kids, and kids aged 12 to 18 are the focus right now. Because after talking to people and talking to kids and then thinking about back in my life, what was the area when I could have gone left or could have gone right? And it was 12 to 18. You're old enough to be independent and start making your own choices, but you're still young enough to make some adjustments.
Lieutenant West, Mr. Attorney General.
Mr. Attorney General.
You still got time to set your course straight. I mean, our one-liner, our goal is to make boys and girls into great men and women. Through active lifestyles and healthy choices. We've got an after-school voluntary program, and we're working with community and schools at two schools in Los Angeles, at Venice and Hamilton. The kids come together after school, they learn some physical activity, they start the day by getting in a circle and having one thing to say they're thankful for, no matter how simple it is. That being gratitude is a linchpin in the whole curriculum, because it seems to me to be the one thing that reciprocates constantly and consistently.
Bill Clinton loves the beauties, he loves the Gurkhas. Matthew McConaughey, what we do make is the finest quality cigars that are out there. My name is Kaizad Hensodia. I am the owner and CEO of Gurkha Cigars. Bill Clinton loves the beauties, he loves the Gurkhas. Matthew McConaughey, from smoking the Gurkha HMR. HMR stands for His Majesty's Reserve, the world's most expensive cigar. Bill Clinton loves the beauties, he loves the Gurkhas. Matthew McConaughey. The box sells for $25,000, and the cigars are close to $1,000 each. We hunt for the most exotic tobaccos around the world. Bill Clinton loves the beauties, he loves the Gurkhas. Matthew McConaughey. In 1996, we got a hold of 18-year-old tobacco, and we fermented it with Louis XIII cognac. We have captains of the industry when they want to celebrate a very big deal. A lot of dignitaries, a lot of royal families. Bill Clinton loves the beauties, he loves the Gurkhas. Matthew McConaughey.
Bill Clinton loves the beauties, he loves the Gurkhas. Matthew McConaughey.
People try to copy us a lot, but we have no competition.
We've got guest speakers that come in, and the guest speakers is a real fun approach to the whole program.
Guest speakers that come in. And the guest speakers is a real fun approach to the whole program.
Another thing that we're doing in the foundation, we have a piggy bank for random disaster relief that comes up that we pull from. You know, we did some stuff with Katrina, we did some stuff with a tornado in Barnett, and we just did some stuff over in Brazil where my lady's from. And that's the stuff we're doing, and I'm trying to get into.
Let me ask you something. How many of these kids have you heard have trouble thinking of something they're grateful for?
More than you think. And we've tried to make it almost comedic. Like, it doesn't have to be, it's like if you sit around, you're going to say a prayer, people can really lock up. And you go, no, just say something you want to be thankful for, no matter what religion you are. Just say, everyone's got something to be thankful for. And some of them will just sit there for a while and kind of bob and weave, and we'll say, we'll be back to you. And they'll come back and they'll go, well, I guess I'm I'm glad, I passed that class. Okay, that's good. The first thing is pick something simple and that you're incentivized by, and that turns you on.
In the 6 years that I've been decoding films and television shows and commercials on YouTube, I don't think I've seen anything quite like this before. Something weird is going on with Matthew McConaughey, the director of True Detective. And we all know that these people use charity as fronts for dark evil. We know that Bill Clinton was getting massages on Jeffrey Epstein's Lolita Express while posing as a loving philanthropist running the Clinton Foundation. We know he was linked up with Jeffrey Epstein to quote-unquote help the kids, right? As part of this Clinton Foundation. The arrogance of these people is astounding. So here we have Matthew McConaughey, producer of this series about abducted and sex-trafficked children, and he's got Bill Clinton on the wall as Attorney General. Then he brings in a corrupt Attorney General in the actual episode of True Detective. The Attorney General you see here is corrupt. Basically, he keeps leaking the investigation out for his own aggrandizement and at the expense of the investigation. And I surmise that toward the end of the series, he may be revealed as the one behind all of this. And that's how these people work. They act like they're part of the solution, but they're actually at the core of the problem. So, then they showed the scene with Bill, corrupt Arkansas Attorney General. And, in fact, Matthew McConaughey has his own children's foundation. Listen.
We started the Just Keep Living Foundation, and we picked out kids, and kids aged 12 to 18.
He becomes a guest speaker and advocate for the Clinton Foundation while running his own foundation for children. Now we know that Clinton's foundation was started by Jeff Epstein, the child trafficker. So this begs the question. McConaughey looks like he's buddies with Bill Clinton. They're not from the same state. They're from the South. But it makes you wonder, did McConaughey know Epstein too? In season 2 of True Detective, he even casts an actress by the name of Lolita. So the plot thickens, and now we've got our eyes on Matthew McConaughey. Take care and be safe, you guys.